Hey everyone, welcome back. In this episode, we're going to be talking about the bandwagon effect, which describes basically how people tend to jump on the bandwagon, do or believe things simply because a bunch of other people are doing those things or believing those things.
It's often called mob mentality too.
Yeah, it's related to mob or herd mentality and groupthink. It's basically where you stop thinking for yourself and you just start doing or thinking things because a bunch of other people are. And usually you want to have the social recognition associated with
that's
those
what I was
things.
going to say is why do we do that? Because we get the feel good neurochemicals, dopamine, serotonin, because we have this like tribe and group now.
Yes, I mean, we're
Right.
tribal creatures. That's how we've evolved, and we're still wired up to work from a tribal standpoint.
Yeah, but I have this discussion with people all the time too. We also have the wiring to go around and rape people and murder people, and we don't. So the reason why we have to be aware of this stuff is so we can not do these things, right?
Well, yeah,
We can
I
evolve
agree.
as a species.
I agree. I mean, we have a prefrontal cortex. We can be rational with our thought. It doesn't change the fact that we all have visceral impulses and like deeply ingrained biological like habit loops that make us, in this case, feel really good by belonging to a tribe.
But I look at it as like an animalistic behavior that is very irrational.
Yeah, it is. It is fundamentally. But it was also necessary for our survival, which is why it's persisted to this very day. And a lot of people still engage with it, and they might not even know why. Like, I mean, oh God, there's so many examples of this, but it's like people can't formulate good arguments for why they believe or do something. It usually comes down to, well,
or they parrot.
Yeah,
the group.
or they just parrot, right?
And I'm like, I've heard that a million times. Like, go sit down.
Like they don't actually know what they're talking about. They're just repeating things that they've heard from other people who hold that belief, who might have arrived at that belief with like a lot of thought. It's just that a lot of people are like, yeah, I want to think that way too. I want to be included. And so they hop on that train.
Well, you can see it in the political climate now.
Yes, 100%.
Just with cancel culture, everyone will jump on the bandwagon. Look at what happened to you for talking about race with someone that was saying that all white men are racist.
Oh yeah.
Right? They all came out of the woodwork and started harassing you for no reason.
Yeah, well,
because they wanted to feel part of a group attacking someone.
Yeah, well, that's actually a great one. The critical race theory belief paradigm that currently exists has no logical basis, but the people within it are so antagonistic that others will just adopt those beliefs because then they get a pat on the back instead of being attacked. And no one wants to be attacked. They want pats on the back. And so they just bandwagon onto these belief systems and parrot this completely illogical pseudo reality.
Yeah, there's no evidence to support their position at all right now.
Yeah.
It's just a couple books that they read.
Yeah. So that's basically the bandwagon effect, is when you start to observe, large groups of people all doing the same thing or thinking the same thing simply because large groups of people are doing something or thinking something.
Oh, it's horrible.
And people just keep joining in, right?
That's the worst.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of fitness, here's another good example. One might be a hip thrust, right? The hip thrust exercise, it like got started by a very, very small kind of like group of people, and then it's exploded out, and like everyone knows what the hip thrust is now. They feel like, a lot of people feel like they need to include it in routines because, yeah, it's just so amazing. And it's like, well, I mean, it's just one more kind of exercise in the toolbox. It's nothing really special about it, but people have this herd mentality, this
where they need to put it up on a pedestal.
Yeah, exactly, because certain thought leaders in the fitness world have it up on a pedestal. So anyway, I guess that's our presentation about the bandwagon effect. It's fine if you do things other people are doing. Just have like a good reason to do it. Don't just parrot things or do it because other people are doing it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So awesome. If you like content of this video, great. That's what we're trying to do. Give the video a like, share it with someone who you think this would help out. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.